back, YouTube viewers. I know it's been a long time, but I assure you I haven't been doing other stuff. I've actually been working on this machine since we last talked. It's been quite an issue. I still haven't got the major problem done, which is the tape transport, but I've gotten a lot closer. I've fixed quite a few little things along the way, and I can see there's a few more things to go as we're going on. But let me just show you what I've been up to. So without further ado, let's take a look at this. Okay, now, one of the things I showed you in the last video was this error, audio data loss, which I'm really not concerned, but at the same time that this comes on the service display, this is what you see on the tape deck counter display. Now, while I realize that that's not supposed to be there, I kind of assumed that this is part of the problem of the tape deck, because as it boots up, all of a sudden there's a noise and it goes boom, error, and it stops at this point. And this display is pretty much locked up. I can't get it to do anything at this point. Now, the transport is not working. It doesn't lock into the mode in when the stop button flashes instead of going solid. It actually flashes when you first turn it on, and then it goes out. And then if I press the stop button, it should get solid as the tape locks up and is ready to actually start moving around. This doesn't happen, and I was thinking that this error thing you're seeing here is part of it, but we're going to get into that in a second. But let me show you what I first started doing. We started analyzing all the various activity going on in the machine to try to figure out what's telling it to go error and not lock up correctly. Okay, so now this is a scope that is kind of new to me here, mixed signal scope, and it has 16 digital channels, which I've only really need 8, because this is an 8-bus data stream that goes on inside this machine. So this will actually show the 8 channels on the screen of activity on those 8 channels. Okay, and this is a picture of the ribbon cable, the 40-way ribbon cable. There's supposed to be an actual thing that goes to adapter and stuff, but I've just used the 40-way ribbon plugged into another 40-way ribbon to get over to the deck and actually send my signal lines to the scope. In this picture here, you can see I've used this as a little extender to run into this blue cable, which the blue cable I'm then going to break out into the into the 16 lines that will feed into the digital channels of the scope here. And you see in this next picture here is I actually will solder on where I want to look at. Whatever the information I want to look at, I'm going to solder it, that line onto that point, and take a look at what the information is. So, basically my digital probes. Now you look at this screen here, and you can see I can now label every one of these points. So this is actually labeled DO through D7. Those are the 8 data lines, the 8 bits of data line at this one point, wherever, I don't remember what I'm looking at, which card it was at the time. But I've labeled the 8 data lines so I can see what activity is going on those data lines. Here's another one of the scope pictures, and in this case I'm just looking at these lines which were called SL2 through SL7, looking at them for activity on them when I do certain functions. So I could actually look at these lines. That's what they're labeled. Well, actually, that's the labeling right from the thing. TM SL2, TM SL, like that. And so, I'll either put play or hit rewind or whatever and look at those lines to see what's going on with them. And here's one more screenshot here. And on this one you could see this actually has 4 address lines, ADR0 through ADR3. There's a reset, an enable, another reset line, and some other frequency line. Didn't quite understand what it was for, but you know, I had 8 channels, so I might as well hook it up. So that's just another thing I'm looking at this point. Okay, I'm not sure I'm onto something, but this might be something here. So we're going to look at these signals here going into the tape deck peripheral card. All right, and this here, RALP2 and RALP1, are the left tape lifters. Left tape lifter, okay? This RARP1 and 2 are the right tape lifters, okay? According to the thing, they're not actually looking at, they're not using SHLD and IRES. The peripheral card is not using these 2 signals. This is what it's saying in the manual. This signal here, TRSP, has to do with the tape, I don't know what it's actually called, but that's when the tape, the optical tape is in that, when it's in the optical, when there's tape there, the optical LED senses the tape there. And this is some kind of voltage on, okay? So this should actually go on. And this here you'll see move when I put tape in there. So I'm going to turn this on now. All right. Let me get the whole deck on. Give it a second here to all initialize and come up. Okay, so now it's up and it's saying an error. And so the first thing here, let's look at the easy thing. That you'll notice that voltage went on and stays on, which is correct. Okay, so look at this one right here, the TRSP. Okay, and I'm going to put some piece of tape in between the optical right now. You see that come on? So that's sensing the tape right there. The tape's out of there, tape's in there. So it knows it's tape that's in there, like that point there. Now here's the part that I'm a little bit interested in. So the lifters, you notice this is down here. Okay, this tape lifter showing activity right here. Okay, nothing here. And this one's up. This is the other part of it. Excuse me. Because this is the left. LL goes between 2 to 1, and this one goes between 2 to 1. Now I'm going to put it in the edit mode, and you'll see 2 went over to 1. This 2 went to 1, but went right back to 2. Okay, so watch that again. I'm going to hit stop. Okay, so the left lifter here, okay, right lifter here. So the right lifter is going to go from 2 to 1. This one's going to go 2 to 1, but it's going to come back. All right, now I think, I'm not sure, but I think they should be both being in the 1 position right now, not over in the 2 position. This left tape lifter, I think, is indicating it's in the wrong position right now. I don't know about that, but I'm going to check on that. Now, I thought that this might be a problem because I had an issue when I reassembled the lifter assembly. Let me explain this. The lifter assembly works from 2 synchronous motors and 2 special cams that operate the lifter and pinch roller assemblies on the deck. Here's a drawing of the left and right lifter assemblies. Here are the 2 synchronous motors, which are the same. But these are 2 plastic cams which force the rollers in and out. And as you can see, they are different between the left and right assemblies. In the middle of all this, there are two optical discs which run between the optical sensors. And as you can see, the optical sensors are also different. Their optical discs are also different. So as the motors turn, the optical discs open and close the light through the sensors, giving us the signal that we just saw in the scope. Now the trick is, when you put the pinch roller assembly, which this is a picture of, down on top of the left and right lifter assemblies, you must turn the cams manually. This is looking down at it there, and you can see the cams from the top. But you must turn them manually in the correct direction for the pinch roller assembly to fit. Now, when I first did this, I did it by trial and error until it worked. But after speaking with a friend who used to service these machines, I thought maybe I installed it wrong. And after seeing those waveforms on the scope, I was convinced that I had to. But after taking it apart again and finding the correct assembly instructions in the manual, I realized it was correct. And those waveforms are correct. So in the end, this was just another dead-end road and not a problem at all. Well, I hope you enjoyed to see how I've been struggling through this. And, you know, there's more to go. There's more to go until I get this thing running perfectly like it was new. So, again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Click on the bell, and I'll notify you when the next one comes out. As always, thank you very much for watching.